Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I am going to be trying the Temu Polygel kit. In my last Temu haul video, I actually showed this kit, and in that video, I told you guys that I was going to be doing a separate video focusing on just trying this polygel kit. If you have not seen that last Temu haul, I will go ahead and leave it linked up in the cards. That way you can watch that if you are interested in the other items that I got from Temu. But today I am going to be just focusing on trying this polygel kit. So currently it is $15.74 on the Temu website. Now, of course, that price can go up or it can go down, and this can also sell out, but currently it is available. I will be linking it down below in the description box. That way you guys can purchase it if you do like it. And I will also be giving my honest review and just trying it out and doing some super cute polygel nails today. If you do not know this already, Temu is an online marketplace which offers the most competitively priced items, and I have fallen in love with their products. I think it is so much fun shopping on Temu, and you can get so many different items for unbeatable prices. I also do want to just say that this video is not sponsored. They did send this polygel kit to me, but I am just using it and not having a sponsored video for today. So starting off with just showing everything included in the kit. This kit did include a mini nail lamp, which was super cute. It was also pink. We had a buffer, some toe separators. The toe separators I think is a little bit weird, but I do my own toenails, so it's fine. I will still use them. We also had a stiffer dust brush or a manicure brush, great for cleaning under our nails or brushing off any nail dust. A polygel brush is also included, dual-ended polygel brush on one end and the spatula on the other. Very basic, and almost any single polygel kit you purchase, you will get one of these brushes. The next item included are some dual forms. I personally don't really like using dual forms. I think polygel kits should start including full cover or half cover nail tips, but I do know that there are some people still out there using dual forms, so if you like dual forms, you're good to go. Almost every polygel kit does include those as well. The next item is the top and the base coat, and I thought it was a little bit funny because these came in plastic bottles, but honestly the quality of this base and top coat, I was very, very surprised. The base coat wasn't super thin, but it was on a thinner base coat, and for the top coat, I was pretty surprised with this one as well. It wasn't super thin, which I really liked. It was easy to apply, but it did have a thicker consistency. It also was a non-wipe top coat, and it was very, very glossy, which you will see in the end once I show the finished nail set. And the last thing included in this polygel kit, of course, is the 5 polygels. These are in the smaller 15 ml tubes, but we do get 5 different colors. The tube for the polygel is the same for each tube. The little color swatch doesn't actually identify the color inside the tube, but on the lid of each polygel, there is the number that corresponds with the number for the color. The first one, we had a white polygel. The second one here is more of like a darker mauve-y pink color. Super beautiful color. I really like that one. The next color is kind of the same, giving off a mauve-y pink, but it is a little bit lighter than the first one I had swatched. This third one here is another pink, but this is more of just a very light bubblegum pink. The one I actually used in today's nail set. It was a beautiful color. The last color here is clear. I feel like this is a very good color palette. We have a white, clear, and 3 different pink tones. Super beautiful pinks. The clear is not the clearest clear polygel I have ever seen, but it will work. It did yellow just a little bit in the nail lamp. That's the only issue I saw with it. But honestly, I think it would still work if this is your first polygel kit and you are just buying it to start off doing polygel nails. So that is everything included in the kit. Honestly, for the price point and the items you get, you even get a nail lamp. One thing that I wish was included in this kit that is not included is a hand file. I think it is a little bit weird that there isn't a hand file, but there are toe separators. So maybe they should swap out the toe separators for a hand file. But overall, again, for the $15 price I believe this kit is at, I think it is a good deal. You get 5 different color polygels, and if you are just starting off or wanting to try a cheap polygel kit, I feel like this is definitely something you can go with. So this kit did come with dual forms, but like I mentioned, I don't like using dual forms, so off camera I did go ahead and apply some half cover nail tips. I also do have a peel off base coat on. I cut my nail tips down to the length I wanted, did any shaping and buffing, and of course I also have my peel off base coat applied. I just went ahead and did that off camera because it can get super confusing when I'm doing it, since I apply my base coat and then another top coat layer just to help the nails stay on a little bit better, because if you have ever used a peel off base coat and you're doing your polygel nails, when it comes to filing those nails, it is going to be super difficult and you're going to have them popping off. So I found out a method that works great for me, which will allow me to file and hopefully only possibly have one nail fall off, if any fall off at all. So if you do want your polygel nails to actually last, you will want to go in with prepping your nails, pushing back, removing your cuticles, buffing the shine from your natural nail plate, applying your primer, dehydrator, and then your nail tips, and then you will go in following these steps now by applying your base coat to your natural nail and to the half cover nail tip, and then you will cure that for 30 seconds in the mini lamp or a larger nail lamp, whichever nail lamp you have. But you can just see me taking the base coat that came in the kit. I went ahead and plugged up this mini lamp, and then once I had that base coat applied, I just turned the mini lamp on and put my nails under there for 30 seconds. Once the base coat was cured, we are now ready to go in with our polygel. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be using the lightest bubblegum pink shade, so I went ahead and got that polygel out, which it actually ended up being number 4, which is my favorite number, by the way, and also the day of my birthday. I also pulled out the polygel brush and a dampen dish, which that one is actually from Temu as well. And in the dampen dish, I just poured in some isopropyl alcohol. That is what I will be using as my slip solution. If you do not have that, you can use the base coat. You can also use 70% or 91% isopropyl alcohol, just in case you are curious. And I do know some brands actually sell slip solution as well. Just a personal preference on what you like using for your slip. I personally just prefer using the alcohol. So to do my polygel, I am doing it on half cover nail tips today, like I had mentioned in my Temu haul. For that video, I tried the Temu polygel, but I did the Femi Beauty / Lazy Girl method. Today, I wanted to do it over some half cover nails. I did put a pull up on my Instagram asking you guys if you wanted to see me do it, a polygel nail set on longer nails or shorter nails, and shorter nails did win, so I am doing a little bit of a shorter nail. I know this may not be short in your eyes. Everybody kind of has their own length variations of whether or not it's short or it's long, but to me these nails are pretty short, and honestly, if I were going to do my nails to keep them on, more than likely I would stick about this length. That way they're not too short, but they're not too long. And I also feel that for this length, when I'm doing polygel, it is super beginner friendly, and it's a lot easier for me to do this length versus a super long length. So since we are doing half cover nail tips today, I do have to focus on building the nail. I have to try to build up that apex. I do want to mention that I am a beginner with building an apex and a structure for the nail, so they may not be absolutely perfect, but I am practicing and I am giving it my all and my effort. And honestly, I really like how these nails turned out. I also really like the consistency of this polygel. For all of the nails, I did work in 2 separate beads, like I always like to do when I'm doing half cover nail tips. The first bead, I apply it where my natural nail and the half cover nail tip meets and take it the whole way to the free edge, just molding and smoothing out the polygel to cover the entire nail tip. I go ahead and cure that for 30 to 60 seconds in the nail lamp, and then I apply my second bead, which is kind of like the cuticle apex bead, and I will apply that more onto my natural nail. I will work that around the cuticle and also blend it down the nail to smooth everything out, also keeping that bead for a little bit of a apex. So for my polygel application, I felt like it was going really well. Honestly, when I was swatching out these polygels, I thought they were going to be very hard to work with because when I was swatching them, they were not really staying in place. They were kind of running and like mixing, flooding in together. I don't know if you saw or took notice to that on the index card, but when I swatch polygels and they kind of run or act like that, I feel like they are going to be a stickier, runnier polygel. And personally, I prefer working with a stiffer polygel just because I feel like it's easier, it stays in place, and I am able to move it where I want it. It doesn't move all around when I don't want it to. But honestly, I was really surprised with the quality of this polygel. It was a little bit stickier and runnier than what I'm used to, but it really wasn't the end of the world. Like, I wasn't sitting here struggling with it flooding my cuticles. Now, of course, it did flood a little bit because it is a little runny. It is a runnier polygel, but I didn't think it was a problem at all. I was easily able to clean it up before curing, and then I was able to cure it, and while it was curing, it wasn't like running and flooding my cuticles again. So honestly, I think that it was a good quality polygel. I would definitely use this polygel again. I also thought I was doing a really good job today with the overall polygel nail set. I haven't really done polygel in a while. I did try a polygel kit on my channel not long ago, and that was like one of the first times I've used polygel, like building the nail in a while. And for those nails, I was really using too much polygel. They were getting super bulky, and then I had to do a lot of filing. But for these nails, I did keep that in mind from the last time, and I used a smaller amount of polygel and tried to keep the sides in more and just tried my best to not bulk up the nail. And I feel like that's really what practice makes perfect, because knowing that I had that mistake in the last polygel nail set that I did, it really helped this nail set turn out a lot better because overall it just looked good. I kept in the back of my mind the entire time, use a little bit of polygel, build the nail up with a little bit, add more if necessary. Don't go in with a huge blob of polygel. And I feel like that is the best advice that I can give you guys when you are working and using polygel. Use a small amount of polygel. Another big tip is work in 2 beads instead of doing 1 bead on the entire nail. 1 bead on the entire nail can be quicker, but you are going to struggle a bit more with building the structure for the nail. So that's one reason why I like to work in 2 beads, because you can get your first bead down, pretty much cover the entire nail. But then when you go in with your second bead, that will help you get around the cuticle area and also build the apex for the nails. So this was all in real time, and I can't believe I'm already on my ring finger. But for the rest of this application, I am just going to let it play out. But I do quickly want to mention, for each of the nails, once I was finished, I did go ahead and do a 30-second cure in the nail lamp. And then once I was all finished with all of the nails, I went ahead and did a full 60-second cure just to make sure everything was fully cured. So here are the nails after I had all of the polygel laid. As you guys may know, if you have ever worked with polygel, it is super, super sticky. So before you begin with your filing, you will want to go in with some lint-free wipe and some alcohol just to remove that sticky layer from the nails. One thing that I don't like about polygel is it being super sticky. I always hate the feeling of just sticking to each other and the nails being sticky. So once I have all the polygel laid and I go in and wipe the nails, it just feels so much better because I don't feel sticky anymore. But always keep in mind you do want to remove that sticky layer before filing because it can gunk up your e-file bits, your hand file, your buffer. So definitely make sure you are removing that sticky layer. But once I did go ahead and do that, I am now just starting with my filing. I like to start with a hand file, personally a 100/180 grit, and I take that to do most of my filing. I actually didn't even have to use an e-file to debulk these nails today. The only reason why I used an e-file was to go around the cuticle area, just because I feel like it's a little bit easier. If you do not have an e-file though, you can definitely just use a hand file to go around the cuticle area. But since I do have an e-file, I prefer to use it because obviously it is a little bit easier. I just get worried going around the cuticle sometimes with a hand file because you can cut yourself, and I prefer to use an e-file. But don't worry about that. If you do not have an e-file, you can use a hand file to do all of your filing. It just may take a little bit more time since you have to have a little bit more patience and work a little slower. But either way, I did all of my filing with my hand file today to debulk and shape these nails, and I was super proud of myself because the last polygel nail set I did, the nails were so bulky. I had so much unneeded polygel on the nails, and I was filing and filing and filing and filing, it felt like. So with using a little bit of polygel and building it up if needed, it just helped so much. I was able to keep the sides in better. I was really able to keep the polygel shape. So really, that is my biggest tip I can give you guys if you are a beginner working with polygel. Use a small amount. You do not need to have a huge apex. You don't have to have like the nail to be super thick. You are fine with a thinner nail. And honestly, I like the look a lot better. I don't want any bulky nails, but I did go ahead and just take my hand file again to shape the nails and debulk anything that was unnecessary. I then went ahead and took my buffer as well. Off camera, I did use that e-file to seal in my cuticle. And now I am just taking that stiffer dust brush, which was included in the kit, to remove all of the nail dust. And here are how the nails are looking. I loved this bubblegum pink color along with how the nails were looking. I know the shaping isn't the best, but definitely I am super proud of myself and I really love how the nails turned out. So to keep this set very simple, I decided to use some nail stickers, and ever since I picked up these nail stickers from Temu, I have been wanting to use them in a nail set so bad. I kind of wanted to do more of a rainbow, colorful, trippy nail set with these stickers, but there are always more, so I can also do that in the future or in another nail set. But I wanted to use them today. I wanted to keep this set super simple, beginner friendly. I also didn't want to have a very long video today since the past two videos were over 40 minutes. So I decided no nail art, let's just add all of these stickers to the nails and just create a very summer yellow, very pretty nail set. Honestly, I thought these looked so cute, and all I did was just took some tweezers and peeled off whatever smiley face sticker I wanted to add to the nail. I think I did about 2 to 3 smiley faces on each of the nails, and they're kind of like the drippy, trippy smiley faces. And I love how bright and yellow they are. They just scream summer, but very simple. I do apologize for being off frame for some of the stickers, but all I'm doing is just sticking it down on the nail. Once I have it in place where I want it, I will just apply some pressure to make sure it is fully pushed in and rubbed into the nail. I'm going to go ahead and just finish letting this play out, but I really hope that you guys are enjoying the video. If you are and haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do so and give the video a like. It really helps helps me out a lot, and if you are still currently watching the video, leave some smiley faces down below. That way I know you are watching the whole way through. Once I had all of these smiley stickers placed and they were rubbed into the nail, I am now going to be applying the top coat, and this is the top coat that was included in this polygel kit, and I really liked this top coat. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it was a very good consistency. It had a thicker consistency to it to where it wasn't super hard to apply, it wasn't too thin, but it was able to seal in all of those stickers, which I really liked. It also was a non-wipe top coat, which is a 10 out of 10 for me. I love non-wipe top coats, and it also left a very glossy finish, but I went ahead, applied that to all of the nails, and then I cured for 30 seconds in the nail lamp. When I pulled these out and was looking at them, I wanted to add something a little bit more because I felt like they were a little too plain for my liking. Not that I wouldn't have left them just as is, because the smiley faces were super cute and I loved it, but I just wanted to add something a little more, so I pulled out some kind of like an oil slick rhinestone. They kind of just shift all kinds of different colors, like a rainbow. I really like that, thought that was super beautiful. So I am just going to be taking my rhinestone glue and adding on some of these to all of the nails, and I used the smallest ones because I just wanted to add a little touch to the nails. I went ahead and did all of the nails and then cured for 30 seconds. After the rhinestones were cured, that was the finishing touch to these nails. I was loving how they turned out, very cute length, and I think they look really nice on my hands. I am going ahead and applying my cuticle oil to nourish my cuticles, and of course, like I always say, top off the nail set. And here is the finished look of these nails. I think they are so summery. They scream summer to me. Those faces, they're so bright and yellow. I don't know, I just really like it. I think the color yellow just makes me think of the sun and summer. Such a very beautiful nail set, and honestly, if you do not have these stickers, it would be pretty easy to recreate this nail set with like a yellow gel polish and a black gel polish. Just basically draw a blob on your nail and then add in a little face to it, and it will look just like these stickers. Honestly, these don't even look like stickers to me. These stickers could totally pass as hand-drawn nail art, but a lot easier, definitely. I will try to find these stickers on Temu because I know that's where I got them from. Sometimes it is a little bit difficult to find items on Temu, like items that have sold out or anything like that, but I do really try my best just so I can help you guys out, because really there is so much on that website. If you have not purchased anything from Temu or have even taken a look at their website or downloaded the app, I 100% recommend. I do have some more hauls coming up. I had a huge $500 haul from Temu and decided to split it up into 5 different videos. That way I can do some nails along with also sharing a quick little haul in the beginning. I will be linking some of those up in the cards, but just check my channel if you are interested. And if you haven't heard of Temu yet, I would recommend checking them out. I really love their products, and I honestly go on there and just scroll and scroll and scroll and continuously add things to my cart just because I really, really love their products. But honestly, I really hope that you liked how these nails turned out. I had a lot of fun using this polygel kit. If you are a beginner looking for a good quality polygel kit, but for an unbeatable price, I definitely recommend this one. I think it is really good quality. The light pink polygel that I ended up using, it was a really good consistency. It wasn't like very runny. It was on the softer side of polygels, but I really liked using it. I was able to get around my cuticles and I thought the nails turned out very cute. I also did add some clips of Willow in here. She always comes outside to play with me, but sometimes I just can't get a video of her, but she is the sweetest and cutest little girl, and for everyone who's been asking, she is doing great. I really hope that you guys did enjoy, but as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.